Hi, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sports. Get ready for some NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan. We've got Chris Webber and Greg Anthony with us. And from the sideline, we'll be hearing from David Aldridge. It's Houston facing the Trailblazers. They're still compensating for the loss of Clint Capella.
Kevin, it's just so difficult to replace a glass eater like him. I mean, he's somebody that has a commanding presence inside when you talk about rebounding.
He creates so much offense. I mean, Lillard puts intense pressure on the defense to react.
And Kenneth Faried, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two. And they're losing their concentration here, guys. Just sloppy with the ball.
It's Harden with the drive. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Lillard scanning the floor. And that one is off. And Houston the other way now. To the paint. Got a hand on it.
He's good at leaping up to block shot, Kevin. I mean, Minu's vertical leap helps him big time on the defensive end.
Back to Nurkic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Nurkic, the last few seasons, has shown that he can be a capable starter. The offense is solid, and he's a great rebounder. He'll get more than his fair share of double-doubles when he sees the floor now.
And for Nurkic, a lot of how he plays, Chris, is based on where his head's at.
And that is the case for a lot of NBA players. Nurkic isn't alone in that regard, but when he is engaged, he could just attack the glass on both ends. The defense can use some work, but overall, he knows how to contribute.
To the inside. Stolen by Tucker. To the middle. Here's Faried. And Faried throws it down.
It's easy to see how Harden's been the league's top assist man before. I mean, he makes the special feeds.
Tips it. There's Nurkic putting it right back in.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass to the tip in.
Harden left side. That one goes in.
But Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
Lillard outside. Poke loose. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And so it's Houston with it. Houston in the lead. In the corner, Harden goes back up. That shot off. Now the Trailblazers take it the other way. Pass to Nurkic. Three-pointer, Lillard. Rebounded by Tucker. And here are the Rockets now. Paul, right side. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Not quite airtight defense right there, but his release was a little bit off on the jump.
Count the basket. You see, Webb, for your money, who does the best job of combining guard skills with a classic back-to-the-basket game?
Whoa, I mean, you think of Cousins. He's 7 foot, not the fastest, but he has back-to-the-basket and then crossover three-point shooting ability. Embiid as well, Towns, and of course, Anthony Davis, who I think was a point guard and had a great growth spurt in high school.
Yes.
He's just a guard in the big man's body.
Leonard looking over the floor. It's stolen by Ennis. Oh, and here comes Rivers all alone. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
On its way from Curry for 2. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. Back to Collins. Pass to Curry. 52 seconds left in the first quarter. It's good from long range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Rivers. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Austin Rivers out of Duke, an elusive 6'4" combo guard.
I mean, a great handle, and he's found most of his offensive success with his development as a long-range shooter. It's gotten to the point now where you want him to put it on the deck.
Now here's Leonard. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. From outside, off the mark. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that one's good. Green. Portland trailing here. Outside Curry. Here's Collins. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Portland, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. And so Collins nails both of them.
What an advantage for a big man to have, that smooth stroke at the line.
Shot by Ennis, nobody around. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Wow, he's only going to hit that shot about 1 out of 10 times.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And for Portland guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnovers.
Well, that's what happens when you're aggressive on that end of the floor. They took a few chances and took control of the game.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Back to Collins. And it's Curry at the elbow. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Turner. Not going to go that time. And the Rockets take it the other way. Nene outside. Back to Tucker. Boom! He jams it straight down.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
The shot by Curry, no good. Houston leading by 5 with the shot. And that one hits back iron.
Yeah, that's just poor decision-making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Well, I'd love to hear his explanation of coach right there. I mean, that should be an interesting conversation.
Now here's Turner. No points in the game yet for him. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. Portland again missing.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down.
Back to Tucker. Shoots over Leonard. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Terry Stotts, the head coach for the Blazers, he has earned the trust of this roster.
Yeah, if you talk to the players on his team, Kevin, they believe in the system that he runs. He is always willing to give players a chance to earn minutes and is up front with them. Playing in the Stotts, you know that if you work hard and improve, he'll take notice and adjust the rotations accordingly.
Here's McCollum. Over in the corner, Lillard. Pass to Collins. Outside Turner. To end the cold streak. 4 on the shot clock. It's McCollum on the wing. Sinks the triple. McCollum's got 6 points.
Love seeing McCollum bail his team out. So cool under pressure. Doesn't let the slow shot clock get to him.
And the jam by Harden.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's McCollum. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. McCollum's got his third basket of the night.
You got to appreciate the confidence in McCollum. He isn't scared of going down in the pinks amongst the trees.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Outside Turner. Back to Lillard. Pass to Aminu. Wants to get it to Turner and does. Puts it up from 12. And an air ball on that one. Way off. Back to Gordon. Good work defensively by Turner. Portland trails by 4. Here's the 3. Over in the corner, Lillard. There's 1:17 left to play here in the second quarter. Shoots from the elbow. Misses off the left iron. And it's Ennis with the ball for the Rockets. They've only allowed 5 points in the quarter.
And James Harden, last season's MVP, the runner-up in 2015, actually won the players' vote for MVP that season. But last season, he took home the official hardware.
Harden hits them both. And with James Harden winning the MVP in 2018, Russell Westbrook in 2017, Kevin Durant in 2014, you think a few what-ifs right now in Oklahoma City?
A few, more than that, Kevin. I mean, probably tough for them all to win MVP playing on one team. A good shot at a different trophy, though, maybe the one that starts with the name of Larry.
And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
With the run he's on in the second quarter, I mean, this field goal percentage is tremendous right now.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And if James Harden has one signature move, it's got to be his step-back jumper. Something he's worked on for years, like the sky hook or Nowitzki's fadeaway. It's becoming one of those iconic, unstoppable shots.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Portland.
He's almost obsessed with drawing contact and getting to the line, and Harden has an endless number of ways to do it.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter. A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Step back shot. It's good. Harden's got 15.
He's so crafty with the ball. The ability to score inside and outside, just a terrific.
And so that's the end of the first half. Rockets on top. They lead by 9. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Houston leading by 9. Back to Paul. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here is Harden. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Down low, Fareed. And the dunk by Fareed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones. To the inside. And here's McCollum for 3. Kenneth Fareed pulls it in. You know, when it comes to ongoing contract negotiations, C-Web, how distracting did you find it for those players and for yourself to deal with all that going on?
It can be very distracting if you allow it to take over. What I would suggest for players in those situations, whether you're a restricted free agent or a free agent, I would give you one piece of advice, and I think LeBron has epitomized this. Don't talk about it. Don't talk about what team or what pending teams or what city you like to go swimming in or you and your wife visit in the summer, because all that does is create confusion. And all it does is send a message to fans and other players that maybe you're thinking about something that you can't control at that time. And so usually I think you should go introspective. You should work as hard as you can to improve and to get better. But that is something that definitely can distract you. And so hopefully you have a great layer of people that can be barriers from kind of the outside noise. The contract is going to be what it's going to be. And the only way you can continue to prove your worth is by going out there, executing every day on the court.
Good stuff. Portland trails by 17. Pass to Aminu. Back to Lillard. Now, here's Nurkic. Fareed defending. Here's Lillard. That's good from 17 feet away. Lillard's got his second bucket.
When Lillard goes to work in the screen and roll, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you pretty much pick your poison with him in these sets.
Harden's shot is off.
That's their first shot of the half that hasn't found their mark. It's been a good start for them.
Nurkic can't hit.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
The deep three from Harden. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
The shot by Harkless, no good. And so it's Harden bringing it up for Houston. For three, Gordon. Rebound by Nurkic. And for Yusuf Nurkic, you see the flashes of how dominant he can be in every game.
I mean, the potential is there, and he is working hard to find that consistency. I do believe he's noticeably better when he plays with an edge. He's more in tune with what's going on. You almost want to rile him up or do something to tick him off before every game to get the best out of him.
Here's Lillard, following the score by Houston. Down low, Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got 6 points.
Oh, I like the playmaking ability of Lillard. I mean, unpredictable in these pick-and-roll sets, and excellent at slicing the ball through the defense.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Well, you have to review your matchups, make sure you're maximizing the potential of each one.
Nene outside. Now here's Rivers. Back to Nene. And slam dunk by Nene.
Nice understanding of where to go with the pass there.
Out to the right wing. For three, Stauskas. The shot off that time. So Houston will take it the other way. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now here's Green. And it's Green with the jam.
And since they've come out of halftime, they've been extremely poised and very efficient.
And don't forget, very accurate. Taking shots within the floor of the offense. Not something that can be said for their opponent.
Here's Turner. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. 6 on the shot clock. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Oh, Kevin, you got to respect the strength of Turner. He's always had outstanding body control, and he's always been a threat to bury the shot and get the foul.
Evan Turner, the former #2 pick out of Ohio State, you know, he acts as a utility knife for this team. He can wear a lot of different hats. His versatility might be his best trait. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Turner has great awareness. He knows one of his guys is open. He gets the pass over to him quickly.
Green. And Green slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Now here's Green. 7 points in the game. Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Portland trails by 16. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Curry with a wide open look. Here's Leonard. Second shot opportunity. No good on the layup. Here's Green. It's good. The assist that time for Menace. Green's got 9.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring, and this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
And so it's Houston. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. McCollum feeling it out a bit. To the middle. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Yeah, Kevin, great court awareness from the crafty guard McCollum. I mean, a good teammate who likes hitting his open guys.
Turner with the steal. Down low. Curry outside. Knocks down the 3 ball.
I mean, I don't always like the 3 on the fast break, but the D was set up well inside.
And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Pass to Gordon. And Tucker has it in the corner. Off target from 3-point range. And so it's Leonard with it. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 13. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Fareed outside. Back to Paul. Shot from 16. Portland grabs the miss. Here's McCollum. Pass to Aminu. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. It's Curry outside. It doesn't go for him. Rockets leading by 13. Rivers with it. Tucker with the ball. Shoots over Leonard. And nothing but air on that one. Inside. McCollum. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Well, the pace right now, that's being dictated to them. They have to try to get it back to their tempo, to their style of game.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Mike D'Antoni talked to his team. He was pretty clear-cut to them. He said, look, we need to play with some edge out there. I don't care what the lead is. Do not back off.
Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got 20.
Oh, and Harden is so quick to the cup, just exposing the weak defense with his speed.
Lillard outside. Pass to Aminu. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, at this point of his career, Aminu knows who he is, an effective two-way player who likes being a glue guy.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Rockets leading by 11. And Al-Farouq Aminu gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. It's Harden with the drive.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Yeah, guys, and his teammates love it. Gotta get him a few big pats on the back.
McCollum outside. But they recover it. Three-pointer, Lillard. Portland keeping it alive, a new 24. Here's Nurkic. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
Timeout call.
They're trailing by 13. 1:31 left to play in the final quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
.131 left in the fourth quarter. McCollum. And the shot no good, a bit short. Houston leading by 13. Paul left side. Here's Fareed. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Rockets.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for James Harden.
Well, the big thing was if he had an open look, he drained it. He didn't let any of those easy chances get away from him.
And the dunk by Fareed.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
Well, they've gotten serious, stringing together some game-winning buckets.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And that's a foul called on Nick Stauskas. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. Out left to the wing. Clark for three. It's good from long range.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the first one at the line is good. And both free throws good for Stauskas. Rockets on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. And it's Clark in the corner. Pass to Rivers. Back to Clark. Shoots a three. It's rebounded by Leonard. Here's Stauskas. So we see Houston taking the W here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.